Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering a Sudoku variant called Winner Takes It All Sudoku from Puzzle Expo. So this Sudoku was constructed by Puzzlet and it was featured in the Puzzle Expo in Logic Masters India. It's really one of the toughest Sudoku on the Expo, one of the tough Sudoku. So I got a request for this Sudoku and I actually solved this Sudoku earlier. So I would say it's a really an excellent Sudoku. I would highly recommend you to try this Sudoku yourself before watching the video. You will really enjoy the solve path of this Sudoku. The rules are also quite different. And so before going to the Sudoku, I would highly recommend you to please subscribe to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles if you haven't done so. It will really motivate us to cover videos on regular basis. And if at all you have a request for any Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, you can let us know in the comment below and we'll surely make a video on it. And now coming back to this Sudoku, so I really thank Puzzlet for such a wonderful Sudoku on Puzzle Expo. Puzzle Expo is an excellent interface for solving puzzles and Sudokus. You can even upload yours if you have created, and solvers will solve your puzzles. They'll compare times with others. You can see their solving path, their times, everything. So an excellent interface for solving puzzles and Sudokus. So now just coming back to the rules. Classic Sudoku rules apply. You need to place digits from 1 to 9 in each row, each column, and 3 into 3 box without repetition. Apart from that, as you can see, there are 4 colored regions. Each color regions will have either 3 or 4 distinct digits. We are not sure, either 3 or 4, it can be anything, but they are not given particularly. So each colored region will have either 3 or 4 distinct digits, and one of the color regions has the maximum sum. So when you add the sum of all the 4 digits, doesn't matter if the 2 digits are same, the total of all the 4 digits would be maximum in one of the colored regions, and those numbers will have to be the numbers in the gray cells, the gray circles, right? So one of these 4 colored regions will have maximum sum, and that colored region will have digits which are the same digits as the circled ones, right? So we have to find which colored region has the maximum sum and what are the digits. So really an excellent Sudoku, and with that let's start solving this Sudoku. So the first thing when I came across this Sudoku was just to find whether the colored region which has the maximum sum has the 4 distinct digits or 3 distinct digits. So by seeing the circle cells, I directly found that it has to be 4 distinct digits. Let us assume you have 3 distinct digits and one digit is same as the other. What happens? The distinct digits cannot be 8, 6 and 9. It cannot be 1, 2, 3. It has to be 4, 5, 7, but 4 and 5 is also not possible, right? So let us assume that you have only 3 digits, 3 distinct digits in one of the colored regions which has a maximum sum. If you find that, if you get to know that it is impossible to have those 3 distinct digits, because all the circles, all the numbers are already used. You have only 1 7 that is not used, and you can have only 1 digit, which means one of the 4 circle cells, one of the 4 regions, right, which has the maximum sum will have 4 distinct digits. Now those 4 digits are these 9 circles, right? It has to be in one of these 9 circles, those 4 digits. Not one, all these 9 circles will have to be these 4 digits, right? So digits will appear many times in these circle cells. Now how to find the digits? That was the most important part of this Sudoku. How do I start this? Okay. Come on. How to find the digits, right? So that is the most important part. Let's see. Okay, so this is quite difficult to see. If you see row 1, if at all you have 4 distinct digits, 3 are in the circles, right? One of the 1 2 3, so 2 of the 1 2 3 cannot be part of the circle cells, right, or cannot be part of the greater regions. So at least one of the, not at least I would say, if at all you have one digit from 1 2 and 3, I'm sorry, that would be better to say. Just a second, how do I start this with is, okay, so let us see that way. One of the 9 and 5 would be part of the circle cell, because both 9 and 5 cannot be here, both 9 and 5 cannot be here, so one of the 9 and 5 would have to be in one of these circle cells, right? So let us assume one of the 9 and 5, so I will write the corner marks, no, I will write the center one of the 5 and 9 will be part of the okay, I will write it here, that would be better. One of the 5 and 9 will be part of the circle, right? It can be both, but let us assume you have one of the 5 or 9. Now let's go and okay, I can say that 7 would be part of the circle cell. Now how do I say that? That's quite difficult to say this way. Let's see, out of 1 2 3, if you have a digit in the circle cell, it can only be 1, right? So you have 3 distinct digits already in that row, and the 4th distinct digit, if at all it is from 1 2 3, it would have to be only 1 digit. The same thing goes for 8 6 9, the same thing goes for 9 5 4, right? If at all you have one of the digits from the circle cell, from the greater sum, from 9 1, I mean to say from 9 5 4, it would be only 1 digit. From 8 6 9 also it would be only 1 digit. From 1 2 3 also it would be only 1 digit. In that case, you have 3 digits already used, and the 4th digit would only be 7, because 1 2 3 is used, 4 5 is used, 6 is used, 8 and 9 is used. The only digit that is not used is 7, right? So 7 would always be part of the circle cell. This is quite difficult to see, but if you could just make out with the, I would say some combinations, you will get to know that 7 will always be used as the circle cell or the greater sum, right? So let us, now we got that 7 would have to be one of the greater sum, one of the digits of the greater sum, right? Greater sum from the colored regions. Now 7 is one of the digit, so let's see, 7 cannot be here. And one more thing is that 7 will always have to be in all the rows and columns, because as we have already found, one of the digits that is not in the circle cell in that row or column will be outside the circle cell, and that can only be one digit of 1 2 3, one digit of 8 6 9, and one digit of 9 5 4, right? So yeah, that means 7 will always have to be in the circle cell. So this is a 7, you get a 7 in one of these 2 cells and a 7 in one of these 3 cells, a pencil mark of 7, right, I would say. Does that help us? Do we get to 7 cannot be here, or maybe, okay, so one of the 9 5 4, and I could say that 4 is not part of the circle cell. We know that one of the 9 5 4 will have to be part of the circle cell, as we have found from this row. So 4 will not be part of the circle cell from this column. Now one thing that I have deduced is, one of the 8 6 9 will be part of the circle cell, one of the 1 2 3, and one of the 9 5 4, right? Now you know that 9 is in this both of these cells, so one of the 9 and 5 will be part of the greater sum. So 4 is not part of the greater sum, so we can remove 4 from these cells, right? So 4 is not part of the greater sum. One of the 9 and 5, Can 8 be? Now this is quite difficult to see. One, two, three, 7. Okay. That's difficult to see. Oh, I get this logic. That's amazing. I forgot this logic. Actually, we got that one of the 7 will be part of the greater region, right? The region with the colors. I mean to say there are 4 distinct digits from the greater region, and 7 would be part of that region. Now this has 2 7s, and we have already deduced that all these circles will have 4 distinct digits, not 3 distinct digits. So green is already eliminated. Yellow is also eliminated because you cannot have 7 in yellow and orange in 7 in orange, which means the green would be part of the greater sum and will have a 7 in it, right? So this is not a 7. So 7 would be in the green, in the blue, and this is the region with the greater sum. So we have already deduced the region with the greater sum, and it will have a 7, that we have already written here. Now can it have a 4? No, 4 is not also not possible on the blue region, because we have already deduced that one of the 5 and 9 would have to be part of the circle cells. So it has to be 1, 2 or 3. One of the 1, 2, 3. So if you see this row, 8, 6, 9, one of the 8, 6, 9 will be part, 7 is part, one of the 1, 2, 3 is one of the part of the circle. So you have one circle that is remaining. So one circle will have a 7, one circle will have one of the 1, 2, 3, 8, 6, 9 is gone. So the only digit remaining is 4 and 5. One of the 4 and 5 will be part of the circle cell in this region. And now you have already eliminated that 4 cannot be part of the circle cell using the row 5 logic, right? One of the digits of 9 and 5 will be part of the circle region in this row. 4 is already eliminated, which means 5 is the second digit that we have found will be part of the circle cell, and it's not 9, it's 5. So we have eliminated, we have got 5 as the next digit, and it will be part of the circle cell within these 2 digits, right? So 5 will be in one of these 2 cells. Okay, now got that. So 9 is not the part now, 9 is not the digit, it is one of the 8 and 6 will be part of the circle cell. Now one of the 8 and 6, how do we eliminate that? Okay, so if we get the 8, 875. Okay, now it's quite difficult to see. So we have got 5 and 7 is part of the digit. 9 is not part of the digit. This would be 871212. Okay, come on. How do I continue this now? So one of the 8, 6 and one of the 1, 2 and 3, right? So this is 1, 2 and 3, this is 8, 6, this is 7. So this would have to be a 9. Sorry, I could have written that. This is a 9 here, right? Okay. So this you got a 5 and a 7. Five cannot be. Okay, 5 can still be here. 8 cannot be here. 8 cannot be here. If this is an 8, this would be 7 and a 5, and that is still solvable. Is it necessary to have 7 in these two cells for this row? So for this column we know that 7 would have to be in the circle cell, for this row also and for this row also, but I am not sure for these two cells. 7 can still be outside, right? How do I eliminate the 8 or 6 or one of the 1, 2 and 3? Maybe I have to This is 8. One, two, three in this, 9, one of the 8 and 6. Oh, this cell would have to be a 9. Okay, this is not a 5, neither is this a 5. Oh, that's an amazing piece of logic here. I really forgot that. Wow. As you can see here, this row has all one digit 8 and 6 in the circles, but not in this row, right? So which means both 7 and 5 would have to be in the circle cell. So 5 would have to be in one of these two cells. Now for this row also 5 is in one of these two cells. For this row also 5 is in one of these two cells. You have x wing of 5 here, so this row cannot have 5 in the circle cells. 5 being part of the greater region is not in the circle cell for this row, which means all the other 3 digits in the circle cell will not have an 8. 8 is already in that row. So out of 8 and 6, 6 is the digit that goes into the circle cell. Now it is either the other digit is 1, 2 or 3, one of the 1, 2 and 3, right? 6 cannot be here, so these two cells would have to be 6, right? Now which means this digit is either 1, 2 or a 3. 3 is here, so 3 cannot be part of the circle cell. Now that I can eliminate, so it is either one of the 1 and 2. So now we have to mark just 7, 5 and 6. So this, yeah, now this gets a 7, 6 here, one of these 3 cells. Okay, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, 7. So 1, 2, this is 6, 7 and 6, 7, 1, 2, right? Okay. So this is 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 and 5 and 7. This is one of the 1 and 2. So now you have a 1, 2, 3 triplet here. These 3 digits are 1, 2 and 3, and this is nothing but 4 and 8. You have 5, 6, 7 here. Okay. Now one of the logic was really amazing here. As you can see, this total sum here is 18. Either the greater sum is 19 or 20, right? Because we have according to the rules, one of the color regions will have the greater sum, and that is part of the circle cells, that these digits will have the greater sum, I mean to say within the color regions, and we have already deduced that blue is the region with the greater sum. So all the other regions will be lesser than blue, right? So the sum of blue is either 19 or 20, which means sum of green will never be greater than 20 or even 20. You already have 7 and 7, 14. Sum of these two cells will only be maximum 5, which means this is either 3 or a 4 and this is either 1 or a 2, right? Okay. Now again, one of the thing you can see here is both this 1 and 3 cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here. It is either in one of these two cells, right? It is either 1, 2, 3 here. So both these cells in this box can only be in these two cells, and we know that this cell and now this cell is same, right? This cell and this cell is same because we have eliminated 6 and 7 from this cell, because these two cells and these two cells would have to be same. So we eliminated 6 and 7 from this cell, so you got a 1, 2 candidate here. Now this 1 and 2 and this 1 and 2 is same because they are part of the same region according to the rules, which means out of these two cells this and this are different, so this and this are same, so this cannot be a 3, right? This is 1 and 2, so this 1, 2, 3 would be this and this 1, 2 would be this here. So I can eliminate 1, 2 from this cell. It is either 1, 2, so we have got the digits 5, 6, 7 and 1 and 2. So 6 is not possible here, 5 is not possible, has to be a 7 here. You eliminate 7 from this cell, this gives you a 6 here. Eliminate 6 from both of these cells, it's either 5, 1, 2 or 5, 1, 2 here, right? Now you can see that, just a second. So this 1, 2 and this 1, 2 are same. So according to the X-wing, you can still have a 5 here, yeah. So you cannot have 5 in any of these cells, you cannot have 5 here, 5 will have to be in one of these two cells, right? This is a 7 here, so this would have to be a 5. This is 7, that eliminates 5 from this cell, this is a 5. That gives you a 6 here and a 7 here, right? Now we have got the digits here, it is 5, 6 and 7, one of the 1 and 2s. Now if you see here, both these 1 and 2, this is one of the trickiest logic I would say. Both these 1 and 2 are different. So if this is a 2 here, this would be 1, and whatever you do, this sum and this sum becomes same. This is 19, you already got a 16 here, getting a minimum digit here will again give you a 19, which means this would be a 1 and this would be a 2. So you got the fourth digit now, which is a 2. Amazing, right? So you get a 2, that gives you a 20 sum here. You already have, now whatever digit you take, you will get either a 18 or a 19 sum. We have all got all the digits here. So it's just now solving and making sure that the other region doesn't get the maximum sum, right? So let's go and see how we can do that. This is 2, this is not a 2 here. 1, 3 and 8. So this is 3, 8, 1, 3 and 8. This 6 would give you a 7 here, a 5 here and a 6 here, right? And that should give you a 5 here. Okay. That should give you a 5 here. So this is a 2 now. This is either 1 and 3 or 1 and 3, because these two digits were same that we already deduced. So that gives you a 2 there. 9 is in one of these two cells. 9, 6, 1 and 4. This is a 7 here. A 9 in one of these two cells. Okay, a 2 in one of these two cells, or 9 in one of these two cells. Okay, as you can see, 9 cannot be here. Oh, why do I have written 9 there? Okay, so it was really difficult to explain this Sudoku, but it's really an amazing one. 1, 3 and a 4. So 4, 3, 1, 3 and a 1. That gives you a 4 here. 3 and 8 in any order, right? So this is 3, 8, 1, 3, 8, 9. You got a 3, 8 pair here, so that would have to be a 9. Four and 8, 2, 5 in any order, so this is 2, that is 5, 4, no, 2, 4 and a 6, so this is 4, 6, 2, 4, 2, 4 and a 6 here, right? And 1, 6 and 8. This is an 8, 1 and a 6. Okay. Four and 8 in any order, so this is 8, that is 4. This cannot be a 9 because then this orange region will have greater sum, so you cannot have a 9 here. This would have to be a 9. Okay. Oh, this is also not a 1. This gives you a 1 here. Five, 7 and 3. This is either 4 or a 6. Okay. So 1, 4 and a 5. That gives you a 1 here. 6 and 9. Of course, 9 cannot be here. We have already reduced that. 9 cannot be here as well. 9 cannot be here. So none of the cells can have a 9 except this cell. You get a 9 here. This is either 2, 4 or a 6. Not a 2, 4 or a 6. I can directly write that this would have to be a 2 using the uniqueness trap here. If this is 4 or a 6, then you will have a non-unique solution, but you will actually break somewhere else if this is a unique Sudoku, right? So which means this cell would have to be a 2, but let's go with the logic here. Nine cannot be here, 9 cannot be here. 9 is in one of these two cells, right? Even if I have a 7 here, possible. 7 and 2, 9. Even 7 is not possible actually. I'll get the sum as 20 again. So let's see. No, of course I can still not have a 7 here. None of these cells can have a 7 because of 7 here. Oh, this has to be a 3, 6. I mean to say 3, 6 and a 5. Classic rules. Eliminates 5 from this cell. You got a 5 here. 4, 3, 4, 8 here. 3 and an 8. 3 here. 1 and an 8. So 8 here, 1 here. 2 and 6 in any order. So 2 and 6. What sum you got here? 14 plus 5, 19 again. Here you have 13, 17 and here you have 19. So we tried and we were successful in not having the greater sum in anywhere else except the blue one, right? So then you get a 7 here or 3 here, and you have 9 and 8 in any order, so 8 9, this is 8, that is 9, 2 and 7, so 2 and a 7, that gives you 4, 6 and a 2. As we have deduced, 2 would have to be here, and with that we completed this Sudoku, right? Amazing. Have we done something wrong here? You have 2 8s here. This is 9, that is 8. Wow, this really was an amazing Sudoku. I would say really difficult one. As you could see, this was really difficult even after solving for once. I solved it actually very fast and couldn't note down the things that were required for the video, but of course that was just part of the video, part of the solving. But this was an amazing Sudoku. Constructing such a tough Sudoku is really difficult, but such a pure logically solvable Sudoku. So thanks a lot Puzzlet for such a wonderful Sudoku. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I was quite nervous and very uncomfortable in actually explaining the Sudoku on how I had gone through while solving it for the first time. But I hope that all of you understand how this Sudoku was solved. So thanks for watching the video. Do like and comment if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.